Good evening, good afternoon, good night, and good morning. What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling? How y'all doing tonight? It is another Tuesday night where we do Millionaire Man Cave live right here on your internet streams, RETV, better to be exact. That part. So we are on what? Mike, we're on Facebook. Check us out on Facebook. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We got a Millionaire Man Cave live Facebook group as well for all the men out there. There's a private group for the men where we talk about all the good stuff that we talk about. We got YouTube, so y'all make us check us out on YouTube, and then we got we streaming live as well on Instagram now, y'all. We streaming live on Instagram. I'm reading my text message. Y'all reading y'all text messages?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just asking because Donnell said he hasn't been able to join us. He can't get in for some strange reason. But I ain't seen Donnell pop up. I wonder if Donnell using the right link for this week and not last week. No, I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know if he can hear us. That's why I'm saying it here, because it'd be kind of weird to text and talk at the same time. Well, I'll do this. I'll resend Donnell the link in like 2.5 seconds while I go, yo, let me introduce everybody on the show. Up, and there he go. Damn, that was a rhyme. I was about to send this man the link, and there he go popping up. That's why he was cooking him a plate of spaghetti. That's why his ass late. Don't talk with your mouth full, Donnell. You good? Hey, that's all we do about this time. My brother from another mother, Millionaire Mike, is in the building. What's going on, Mike?
What up, TikTok? This is how I rock. Throw your hands in the air and rock this one for your block. Doing all right, man. Doing all right.
Hey, Mike, somebody's going to ask this, so let me go ahead and get it out the way before somebody else asks. You do realize over your left-hand shoulder, you got like a whole medicine cabinet for the world to see. Somebody going to ask why you got all them damn medicine over there.
And so it's small on my screen. I can't tell.
That's Bill Cosby over there. Nah.
Yeah. Let's do this.
There you go. Somebody gonna ask. Somebody gonna go. Why Mike got a whole pharmacy over his shoulder?
Yeah, I do. Cause I got ails and ailments and all that, and it keeps me straight.
Hey, you gotta do.
My heart is good, and my diabetes still isn't in check, but I'm doing all right. I take a lot of damn medicine.
Got to get the sugar in check. Hey, you ever tried?
As I drink my liquor.
Stupid. You ever tried juicing?
No.
You should try juicing. It's a little expensive, but it's pretty dope. As far as getting, like, I don't know if your thing is sweets, like regular natural juices when you juice. Like, I had a juice the other day that I made. I forgot what the hell was in it at this point, but it's like usually a veggie and a fruit. But it literally tastes like Kool-Aid to me, like one of the juices that I made the other week. So,
okay.
You know, that helps. I'm a big sweet person.
I've had some. I had like some kale mix that is, pretty good.
Yeah, gotcha.
But
Straight out of the DMV, we got my man John, aka Mr. PC, in the building. What's going on, John?
What's up, fellas? I'm chilling. Another Tuesday night. You know what I'm saying? So happy to be here.
Gotcha. Also out of the DMV, eating this spaghetti, Mr. Reasonable is in the building. What's going on, Donnell?
SpaghettiOs.
I'm good, man. Just chilling.
Good. That's what's up. Hey, I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but I've been getting alerts all day with this whole free agency stuff going on in the NFL, and look like some teams is making some hella moves.
Hey. The Commanders are doing some things, but I tell everybody I'm still in mourning. Not mourning. No, that's not what I want. Not shell shock. Trauma. I'm still traumatized from Dan Snyder and all those years from 2010 to 2019 or whatever, that we had these bomb ass off seasons, picking up great people, getting all set and all hyped, just for it to be the same old disappointing season.
Yeah.
So I can't get hyped yet.
I feel you. I've definitely gotten to that point where I used to be one of them dudes to get my hopes up every damn August and like, yo, I know we may not be going to the Super Bowl, but I know we going to the playoffs. and then we don't even like hit the top damn 5 and nothing. Like, yeah, I
last in the NFC East, you know, just
right. We barely make it out the conference, right? Exactly.
Right, exactly. If we even exactly. So yeah,
but we are making some nice moves.
Completely understand. It's actually a lot of teams, even Baltimore. Baltimore picked up Derrick Henry. You saw Russell Wilson going to Pittsburgh. Then Kirk Cousins going to Atlanta.
What about Saquon Barkley?
I think I heard $100 million.
Saquon Barkley going to the Eagles. You're right, John. That him, and you see the beef between him and Tiki Barber?
No,
I didn't. But I did hear that the Giants didn't even make him an offer.
Word, that's good. So Tiki Barber, Tiki Barber was a former Giant. So now he pissed because he felt like, that's supposedly that's their biggest rival. The Giants' biggest rival was the Eagles. And so he pissed the fact that you would go from the Giants over to the Eagles. He's like, don't ever talk to me again. You dead to me. You dead to me. Saquon was like, man, if it's like that, then you never had my back in the first place. All the stuff that I heard you talking about me. And so don't come into my face when you see me in the street smiling. Keep that same energy. I'm like, wow, I ain't even that serious.
Keep that same energy. That's big.
Keep that same energy. Yeah.
How about keep them lights on?
Right, exactly. If they if what John said is true, y'all ain't make me no offer. What the hell you expect me to do? I'm just gonna sit here, and maybe it's because he went to a division rival. Maybe because he went to a division rival.
That's what it is.
But that's still, exactly Daniel's point. Regardless, if that's who offered the check, that's where you go.
Well, say Tiki need to stay in his lane.
Is it really a rival though? Is it really a rival though? Giants suck.
They do, but according to them, Giants' rival is the Eagles.
Tiki need to stay in his lane. Ain't nothing the same as what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying LeBron can't go nowhere but Cleveland.
Yeah, that's true. I get you with that one.
Speaking of LeBron, though, why does he keep changing his number to 6? Like, why he go from 32 to 6?
You know why? Because when everybody has one jersey, nobody's buying the same jersey. So when you change the number, it makes people buy that jersey.
Mm.
Okay.
Whoa.
I didn't know he changed his number. He changed his number again?
I know he went from, I know he had 6. I know he had 23. I'm not sure what number he got now.
Yeah, not 32. Did I say 32? I meant 23. And but he did so he I mean, I don't think he changed it again, but like every team he's played for, he had 23 and then 6. I think except for the Heat. I think the Heat he was 6 the whole time.
I can't remember. I did read something about it before though. But I don't remember what I read. Yeah. It wasn't about jersey sales though. It was some other reason that he went from 23 to 6 or 6 to 23. I just can't remember. I looked it up before. But yeah. So sports, man.
I don't know. It just popped into my head, you know. Like I just thought about that. It's totally weird. Did y'all see Cat Williams ran a 4.97?
He did. Look funny as hell doing it, but he did.
He ran a 4.97.
Which they said was actually faster than Tom Brady's what's the name when he ran it?
I wouldn't be surprised.
But I mean, but Cat Williams 53 years old though. Tom Brady was like 20.
Right.
Cat Williams is 53.
Cat Williams did what now?
Ran a 4.9.
You remember when he was on Club Shea?
4.97.
Remember when he was on Club Shea? He was like, I'm super fast and I can do all this stuff. And people was like, bullshit, you can't do it. Like he read 300 books a year or some bogus shit. They was like, bullshit, you can't do it. So I guess he decided I'm gonna prove all y'all wrong, and I'm really gonna run a 4.9 or 4, whatever he said he was going to run. But he wound up running a 4.97.
Which is better than I would do.
He beat
Right,
yeah, exactly. Definitely. You too with your wooden knees.
I don't know, Donnie. I've been back in the gym. I ain't been, balling on the treadmill or nothing. But I got my stamina up. I might be able to run. I don't know what I can run. I ain't gonna lie.
Wait, having stamina ain't got nothing to do with running a 4.9.
Hey, if I can't run 5 yards because I'm out of breath, that's stamina, bro. I'm out of breath. Come 5 yards. Forget the other 35.
Hey, but
You
speaking
sleeping
of
on the 5
Shannon,
yard line. You like, I'm just gonna lay down right here.
Hey, what's funny though? So my little cousin came to town this weekend, and I was like, and she was like, "Yo, meet me at the skating rink." She from the Baltimore area. She said, "Meet us at the skating rink. Me and my boyfriend and his daughter at the skating rink. Meet at the skating rink." I said, "Bet, I'm going to the skating rink. Put on skates." I ain't skated in at least a good 15 years. No bull. I ain't skated in a good 15 years. But so I pick it back up and I'm skating. I'm doing decent. And I ain't roll bouncing out here. I ain't T.I. I ain't Usher. I ain't none of that. But I can stay on my feet. Once I'm staying on my feet, it's all the other kids around me falling that I'm trying not to. I'm not paying attention to Donnell. It's all the other.
He was in a roller skate movie, Roll Bounce.
But was he skating though?
Yeah.
I don't remember Bow Wow skating.
That was his character.
Skate like the rest of them.
He did.
You talking about
all of them skated. All of them skated in Roll Bounce.
Okay.
T.I. wasn't in Roll Bounce, was he? T.I. wasn't in Roll Bounce.
No, he wasn't. He was in
that other movie.
Atlanta. No, was it? I know he skated in Atlanta too, didn't he? Oh, ATL.
Did he? I didn't know that.
Did he skate in ATL?
No,
was it ATL?
No idea.
Shooting the duck. What?
What is that?
What are you talking about, Nick? Yeah, shooting the duck. I forgot what the hell we talking about now. But so my thing was, I said, if I fall, we talk about staying on the ground. John talking about me sleeping on the 5 yard line. I said, if one of these kids make me fall, dog, I'm staying on this ground. I'm not getting up. You ain't got to worry about me getting up off this ground at all.
So you know that happened to me, right?
When skating?
So me and my daughter went skating one time. This was probably like 2 years ago, bro. This I think it was a little boy. And to make it so bad, like he got me, like I didn't see him because he got me from the and I was pissed. I was mad. Like I was
no Diddy.
No Diddy.
You stupid. But I was pissed. I was highly upset because you know what I'm saying. It caught me off guard. I wasn't ready for Like I wasn't ready for that fall, so I couldn't catch it.
What did he hit you with, the offensive block or something? Block in the back? I wasn't going there, but I was just saying, what did he like? Just straight push you?
Nah, he didn't push me. He didn't see me. He fell.
Oh,
wait. He damn near clipped you from the back.
He clipped me.
Yeah, he pretty much clipped me. Yeah, got you. And I was stood. My ass would have laid right there on that ground. Like, yo, I'll wait because I can't. I'm at an age where falling ain't easy to get the hell back up as I would like to.
Shit, I went skating. My daughter was probably about 5 years old, so this was like 7 years ago or so. And I had some good speed going, and this damn little boy fell right in front of me. I jumped, hit the ground over him, still in my stride, and never did that shit before. Could never do it again.
You showed off.
I know, right? I was like, did anybody catch that on video? But because it'll never happen again. It was. They
was like, nah, ain't nobody see you, Mike. You made that story up.
It was instinct. I mean, he fell and I just jumped. And I just kept rolling.
You don't got it on camera, it ain't happen.
They didn't.
I know, right? Not these days.
Hey, is John stuck or is it me?
Nah, he glitching a little bit, but he all right.
So,
hey, but look, y'all was talking about that Cat Williams joint. Did y'all see this? That Shannon Sharp made like millions on top of millions off of that joint.
Of course. These streaming platforms.
I know that it was making that much.
These streaming platforms pay, especially a lot of these people who got these thousands and millions, and where they got millions and millions of actually subscribers and viewers, and then they got thousands upon thousands of people watching their specific videos at a time. They making buku money, and then now he had over how many million? 4 point some odd million watching the interview. Oh, he said whatever you think I made, multiply that
3 times.
Multiply that.
He said he made more in that one check than he did in any 1 year in the NFL.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I did not know that they was cashing bags like that. And he's getting that Shay money from the Kanye.
Oh yeah. Oh, and he told you about the whole Total Wine drink where everybody was making fun of him because he had that green outfit. Came out a little sassy.
Just a little sassy.
He came out the truck a little sassy, like, you know.
But he said Total Wine bought 200 cases of his liquor.
He said, I am across multiple Total Wine
states now. Yeah.
I'll go ahead and keep making fun of me and redoing them videos.
He said, keep hating. Keep making videos.
He said,
Exactly. But that's enough about Shannon Sharp. He got his own show.
Exactly. And he damn sure ain't sharing none of his Shannon Sharp money with anybody over here. So
I'm gonna get him as a guest host on his show once.
All right, you do that. You do that. I will be glad to be
He'd be like, hey Mike, hey Millionaire, hey Mike.
Hey, I was looking on social media earlier today and came across this and wanted to get y'all's opinion. So a woman expressed her frustration with men not cutting her steak on the first dates. When you take me on a date, you open my effing door, you pull out the chair, and you cut my effing steak. What are y'all's thoughts?
Yeah.
She better not order if she got that expectation.
So I thought about that throughout the day. I saw it this morning. And my first thought was, of course, y'all know me. On a first date, you ain't getting no damn steak anyway. Because I'm just still trying to get to know you on a first date. And so I actually posted it in one chat. I was like, on a first date, I'm still trying to smash. I don't know you enough to know if you're going to be more than a smash and dash. You know, you got to earn to keep my attention, basically. You know, I'm not giving you all that right up front. I don't even know you, chick.
Which is interesting, right? Because you would smash a chick that you don't know, but you wouldn't cut her steak on the first date.
Right.
Like the risk and reward there, Mike. The risk and reward there, dog. Like,
it ain't happening. Because, well, so for me, smash and dash is not what I intend to do. It's just what ends up happening because you ain't worth the extra effort.
Just say her cat wasn't no good, Mike. Just say her cat wasn't no good.
No, I'm talking beyond that. I'm talking about the conversation, the chemistry and all that. That's what I'm talking about.
Mike, you losing your street cred with the women, man. You losing your street cred.
Right. You talking about the chemistry?
Just say the cat wasn't no good, Mike. Just say the cat wasn't no good. And so you ain't worth the second or third date for me to even get to the point to cut your steak. But I mean, like,
that's what I'm saying.
I mean, we all married here. Y'all cutting y'all wives' steak.
Not unless something wrong with her hands.
Right. She need to have no hands, no feet. My wife cut her own steak.
My wife don't even cut her steak. She just pick it up and I'm lying.
Mike, you trying to say you tie your wife's steak around her neck?
Oh, snap.
Like that.
Wow.
No digs. Mike was being funny, so I just had to add on.
I'm going to play this.
Mike was too old. I was
her later.
One.
I'm going to play this clip back for her later.
Disclaimer: it's just comedy.
It's just after the fact, after the fact. It's just
Nah, I said it was an add-on. I wasn't like that. You know, I don't feel that way.
Nah, I'm messing with you. So y'all not cutting y'all not cutting old girl steak on the first date? I know we know Mike ain't. Y'all ain't cutting old girl on the first date?
Okay, no, but I'm gonna say this. Okay, so I saw another video recently. I don't think I sent it to y'all, but it was this woman who was basically putting a disclaimer out there to men. She said, y'all need to be very, very aware that essentially a lot of these females out here now are like they prostituting themselves. Like everything is about money. You know what I'm saying? It's about what they can get from a man, right? And like it's not all females, obviously not all females, but that's why it's important for it's a trend, right? Like it's a thing that's happening now. Like everybody wants something. They want a man who's gonna do something for them. Now, is it important for a woman to look for a man who fulfills her needs? Absolutely. Is it important for for us to like be able to be the protector, you know what I'm saying, make this blah, 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 all those kind of things? Absolutely. But at the same time, I think it's important for women to like not be out there being like, well, if he don't do this and he don't do that, then he ain't I can't be with him. And I'm like, if I don't cut your food, you can't really? Like,
So
are you a baby? Are you a baby?
I wonder if the video you saw, the same video I saw earlier today. I was at the chiropractor, and it was a girl talking about she heard that there are a lot of women saying that men are not fascinated with women anymore, something to that degree. And she was like, they're not. And she was like, and the reason they're not is because what is it that you are leaving for them to be fascinated about? Y'all show everything all the time, very easily. Y'all smoking, y'all drinking, y'all talking about what are guys bringing to the table, but yet alone y'all not bringing anything else to the table yourselves. You're trying to so busy trying to perpetrate for your family, for your friends, and for social media that you're asking all these guys to do these way beyond normal things. What is it for a guy to be fascinated about you? It's not that he don't like women. He's just not fascinated with you because you stupid and you know all the things that you're doing. He's saying the first thing that y'all want to do is y'all want to call guys sassy or y'all want to call guys sensitive when it's just a simple fact the guys just don't like your ass. So maybe if you stop, showing and you stop doing and you stop all this other stuff, then maybe guys will be back fascinated with you and or other women. And I kind of understood exactly what she was saying.
I mean, do I like a woman with a shapely, you know what I'm saying? Yes, absolutely. But if I'm gonna be with somebody, right? Like if I'm gonna be with somebody, like I don't care if you wear makeup or don't wear makeup. I prefer no makeup, right? Like that works for me. But if you're gonna wear makeup, like it shouldn't be all the time. I should know what you look like as a real person.
And you should not
get I shouldn't get the avatar of you every time I see you. You know what I'm saying? I need to know what you look like. I need to take you to a swimming pool, dunk you in there, see what your real face look like. I don't want the magic of makeup. You know what I'm saying? All the time. That kind of stuff. So
yeah, I'm definitely with you there. Because it's crazy that people really think that I'm gonna cut your steak. Like, where are these requests coming from? Like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yo, I really do feel like this sometimes. I feel like it's gonna be interesting to see, and we won't care when we in our 60s, 70s. You know what I'm saying? We won't care, but
yes, Nick,
but wait. What is it? What you saying?
Nick, and who greenlighted these lashes?
I know it's crazy, right? They call them cumbrellas.
Whoa!
I never heard that before. Hey, John.
You ain't heard that? I ain't
never heard that. That's funny.
Wow.
Umbrellas.
Wow.
Ain't no other reason for them. Anyway. But I mean, when we 70 years old, you know what I'm saying? It'll be interesting to see how many of these women in our age group, right, are alone because they've been so focused on like this laundry list of things they need a man to do. And the men, nobody can live up to those things because it's not reality, right? Like, you might find a dude who gonna cut your steak, but he might not argue with you the way you want to, right? You might find a dude who got money, but he ain't going to pay attention to you like you want to. You know what I'm saying? So like you can't. There's no way to have it all, as far as I'm concerned. But I could be mistaken. I
just want to know where it all came from. Like not all of it, but this cutting the steak thing. Like I said, I was thinking about later on today, and I was like, dog, I have never seen on TV or in a movie a representation of some gentleman behavior where a dude cuts.
I told you, if they fronting for us, they go back to their family and friends and for the gram or whoever else and be like, see my man cutting my steak for me. Get you a real man. See if he can cut your steak for you. It's the fronting is where it's coming from.
Where does the buck stop?
You know what?
Where does it stop?
I will cut your steak for you if you cut my steak for me. We switch places. I cut your steak. You cut mine. I cut yours.
Okay.
Right.
She ain't gonna do that. That's not what. That's not the fact of what she wants, John.
Right. I know.
So here lies the problem. Here lies the problem. And you know what I'm saying? For some, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of these dudes, because you said what dude is doing this. It's a lot of these dudes being raised by women. And what that translates to, you know what I'm saying? If he's not, I don't know what word I want to say.
Simping? Is simping the word you're looking for?
Not necessarily simping. I know what you're trying to say, John, but that's not the word. If he's not, I don't know. Yeah, I know what okay. I don't know what word to use these days, but you know what I'm saying. Like if he's treating a woman, he was raised by a woman, and so you know if Mom Dukes had told him to treat a woman this way and do this, that, and the third, then that dude is probably going to do that. You get what I'm saying? And unfortunately, when you know what I'm saying you do have men who are raised by other men, you know. We tend not to be the simp dude, you know what I'm saying, that women or, you know, females try to take advantage of, or at least take the kindness for weakness.
I'm going to speak up for single moms. There's a lot of single moms out there that are not raising their sons to do all that bullshit
you don't know
these
that
girls are looking for today. There's a lot of single moms that are not, because they are trying to raise a man.
But you know what? But on the same token, Mike, there are also a lot of moms out there who are treating their sons like boyfriends, like husbands, right? And so you end up with this very confused kind of situation that I think is what leads to stuff like that. I think it's on both ends. I think it's women who raise their daughters up with these ridiculous expectations. Because if you look at their mothers, they ain't got no man, and they ain't got no man for a reason. I can't guarantee what that reason is in all situations, but you know what I'm saying, it gets passed down, and I think it happens. I grew up with a single mother, you know, and honestly, I will say I love my mother, but I ain't learned nothing about relationships from her at all. And the stuff that I overheard, if I took that into relationships that I was in, promise you, my relationship will be over right now. I would not have been married 14 years.
Did you ever say things to your mother about that though?
About the way that she talked about relationships?
Yeah, and the things that you heard that you know that. Okay, I was just curious.
And I didn't feel the need to, because I knew, I saw, and I was the type of man who was like, I know what did not work for her, so I ain't gonna do that. Now, did I marry a woman like my mother? I think I did. On some level, like not like
weirdly, like
yeah.
You did what Donnell shaking his head. No, like there are no traits that your wife has that your mother had, Donnell. None at all. Like there are no traits that your wife has. Okay, then there you go. That may be real. That may be one of them. No.
Yeah, and it don't have to be. And it ain't always like you got all the traits.
All women do this. All women.
Yeah, but now, no, I would say not all women. I would say not all women do that.
I don't need you to do
that. I would disagree that all women do that, but I would say that there is probably some level of that women want to be, what I'm saying, they want to be heard. They want to have conversations with us. And I think that what they don't necessarily understand is that we're not like conversationalists like that. What did I miss? Did I miss something? I missed something.
John, I'm listening. We're not conversation like that.
Donnell basically gestured that like they be talking a hole in your head.
and so I think that there's a level of that exists because that's how women communicate. You know what I'm saying? We don't necessarily communicate like that. Like that's just not how men normally communicate. And I think that for me, like what I saw from my mother growing up was like a disconnect from what I always wanted in a relationship. But some of that did seep in terms of like the relationship I ended up in, right? Like, because there were some characteristics that I thought were great from my mother, and there was some that I didn't love. And so some of those things were like, I mean, I love my mother, but some of the things I didn't like particularly want. But the reality of it is
natural,
that
John.
it's gonna happen, right?
It's natural.
Yeah.
Girls look for traits that were in their dad. Boys look for traits that were in their mom if their moms were nurturing.
So what does it look like, Mike? But what does it look like, Mike, if your dad was not in the picture? You get these unnatural, unrealistic ideas from people who don't live a real life. You know what I'm saying? Like if you looking at people in social media or people in, like stars and stuff like that, and you trying to live a life like they living, that's not real life.
Right.
Ain't none of that real.
Very true.
Like if I were to look at a relationship and be like, what's real life? I would probably look at somebody who is not like a superstar.
But here's the thing, though, John. Like, I think it's a generational thing, and the reason I say that is because my parents were married together. They got separated and got divorced, but I still knew who my father was, and so on and so forth. And similar to you, I look for specific things in my parents' relationships that I knew that I did not want. But the first relationship I saw that I was like, "Ooh, I want that relationship," was a relationship that I saw on television. It was a Cosby Show. And so I think generationally, we don't have that same Cosby Show atmosphere on TV or in media, period, where we do get a lot of the single parents or the housewives of who ain't married to nobody and all that other stuff. Was set that them false expectations that people are looking up to. So I think if we go back to having some actual real shows, then maybe people can really look up to real relationships. What up, Donnell? You look confused.
Let me ask you this. Outside of raising kids, and I'm talking Cosby Show, outside of raising kids, and almost every sitcom, Black family sitcom, do you think that it gives basically a false advertisement of how marriages work?
You know what? That's a great question. That's a great question, Donnell. And I would say, this is my personal opinion, having watched my fair share of television shows growing up, especially Black sitcoms, I would say that all of them are pretty realistic for Black people. Yeah. Like that's my personal experience, right? But with that said,
there are embellishments, to make it funny. But John, I agree.
Comedic moments.
I would say even the Jeffersons was a situation where I felt like it was realistic in terms of the way that they parented their son, right? Like, because I have, and it's not very PC of me, but in the back of my mind, I'd be like, I don't want my sons marrying no white woman. Now, it's not because I don't think that white women are good enough for them or whatever, or that white women can be a spouse for them. I just know how difficult it can be to be in and maybe not so much now as it was then, mixed race relationship, right? So for me, that was something that I look at and I'm like, I don't want that for my son. Like, I don't want him to have to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want his wife bringing over potato salad with rice and with raisins in there. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, whatever. But that don't mean that if he did, I wouldn't still love that person as his spouse, right?
You played every raisin.
Clean it up, John.
Right.
Clean it up.
No, but I'm just saying, but it's something that I thought about, right? Like it's something that I thought about, like because it was
It's going to cross
you
your
know,
mind.
I
Yeah,
think y'all
absolutely.
all have at some point. I know that I have. I've had that same thought before as well.
Yeah. So I mean, I think about the Cosby Show. I think about they had too many kids. Personally, that's what I thought. I always thought that, but
They had kids
They
But
had
that
a rack of kids.
kids disappeared, and then they got kids who brought more kids.
right.
So
They had a rack of kids.
I feel like this is just my personal opinion. I feel like the best depiction of a black family, black marriage, was Blackish. And I say that because not because of how Dre was, Dre was being Dre and Bo, what I'm saying? Like they both were successful, yada, yada, yada. But they also had episodes where like, one, they disagreed, but like they had like a series where like, when they had separated, like they were yelling back and forth with each other. And I felt that because it resonated with me, you know what I'm saying? Because to me, marriage is many things. And, when you have like, when you actually can see, what I'm saying, like outside looking in, you can actually see like, a couple, you got the good and you got the bad, you know what I'm saying? In this particular instance, they were yelling at each other. And to me, that was real. You get what I'm saying?
My mom and dad never yelled at each other.
You said what?
I never experienced my mom and dad
Neither
yelling
did
at
I.
each other.
Neither did I.
I did.
Neither did I.
I did.
But I have yelled, and my wife has yelled, and we have probably traumatized my kids because of us yelling back in the day when we were in that phase of our relationship.
It may not necessarily be trauma because, again, I think a little bit to what Donnell's saying, a lot of TV shows unrealistic expectations of what relationships or families can be. However, if you take away a lot of the embellishments out of any of those black families, I don't care if you was even talking about, Martin and Gina, who eventually got married.
They were a good couple too.
Comedy, they had arguments where they fussed, but then you saw them make up. So that's why I say it may not necessarily be a traumatization, because if they still saw you and your wife make up, then they understand how to handle conflict. You can have conflict with somebody where I may be able to disagree, we may be able to fuss, fight, and yell. But at the end of the day, because I saw my parents now make up, now I know that I can make up. So even in some of these TV shows like Martin, or I would say even in the Cosby Show, they didn't fight, fuss, and yell like y'all mentioned. Y'all's parents didn't do either. But they did have their disagreements. They did have the times where they got on each other's nerves. They did have the times where they had to work together, or they were even played against one another with the kids. So that's why I say here to Donnell, to your question, I think a lot of it is realistic, minus the embellishments to make it a TV show and a comedy.
You know what's interesting? You know what's interesting about all of these things that we just mentioned in terms of shows and the conflicts and this, that, and the other. What we never have seen on television. I can't think of a show.
Cutting steak for a woman.
No. Yes, that's true. But what we have never seen on television is a young couple having their first child. We've never seen that on television.
You seen it on
television? What show?
I feel like it was Tyler Perry.
I don't watch Tyler Perry. Don't do that. Don't talk about Tyler Perry.
But it was a good show, though.
I don't watch his shows.
It was one that come on BET, because all his shows come on BET.
What's his name?
Which one was it?
Which one?
Calvin and Miranda on House of Pain.
Okay, House of Pain. You might be right about that one. But see, they were not the main couple on that show.
No, they weren't.
Right? They were the third level couple on that show. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was the two older people. Then it was whatchamacallit, Payne and his wife, right? With the drug. So the kids are already there. So what you didn't see is, and you did see it with Keisha Napoleon and her, whatever his name was, right? You saw it with them, is like understanding how those early years are in a relationship. So you're right. That was the first time that I remember seeing that. But when I grew up, I never saw that on TV. So we made it. So those first couple of years of kids being involved, of like living hard, you know what I'm saying, trying to make things, make ends meet, buying your first house, all those things. those are things that are not shown in these sitcoms. You will never, you never saw
They're
that
already
in.
established.
They were already established. You know what I'm saying? You didn't see like even a show like what's the show with they talking about if you have any cheese? What's his name?
Steve Urkel, The Family Matters.
Steve Urkel.
Family Matters. Yeah.
Okay, even Family Matters, that was a spinoff of another show where the mother used to be a elevator operator. She was no longer an elevator operator by the time the show started. Right? They already had kids. They already had a family. Their oldest son was old. You know what I'm saying? So they were in a different place.
Nick said Damon Wayans Jr. son had a baby. Not sure. Oh,
that was my wife and kids.
My wife and kids. But that's different. That's the second level. You know what I'm saying? That's not the first level. That's second level in the family. So that's a little bit different, right? So you never saw a family starting off new in any of these shows, right? Like think about.
That's interesting.
So I think I bring that up because I think that is a different dynamic for a lot of people. And you tell me if you're wrong, Mike. But a lot of your conflicts as parents probably happened early on as you guys were trying to figure out like each other, having a kid involved, trying to get your work life balance situated. Like all of those things are part of the conflicts that happen with marriage that they never show in television ever.
That's why I find it interesting, John, because I thought about it.
I'm over here Googling, John. I'm like, and I'm looking through all black sitcoms, and I'm like, damn, he's right. There are none that actually. But
you know, that's entertainment, though. That's entertainment. It's a mold that they follow.
If you're comparing it with white sitcoms,
none.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't do it either.
That they follow for family sitcoms,
right? They don't do it either. But what I'm saying, Donnell, is that we are sitting here talking about like how we looked at these shows as model families for what we were taught, you know what I'm saying? And so but what you never see is those moments of right. You see Claire and Cliff like get upset at each other because the kids playing them off of each other. You see, Claire get mad at Cliff because he eats stuff he ain't supposed to eat, but you never see like what happened when they was going through medical school. You know what I'm saying? When they was trying to figure it out, when she was finishing up law school, like when she decided to not be a lawyer to have his babies, like what does that look like? What is those?
Because it's not a comedy anymore. That's drama.
Right. And so that's real.
But it's not as funny. And that's why they, but I feel like, and to be honest with you, I feel like today is a good time to introduce stuff like that, to have that, because these kids today, they've seen everything. They've seen all the reruns from when we were young, right, to all the stuff when they were young, right, to the stuff that's out now. It's
going back to my wife and kids though, because I think who brought that up? That was a good point. You think about it, Nick. You think about it, Nick. When what's her name? I can't remember her name. Who? The wife, and my wife and kids. Claire. Claire was the daughter, man. I know that.
Claire was the daughter. Claire was the
whatever her name was. When the wife and my wife and kids, when she decided that she wasn't going to be a housewife no more.
Jay was her name. Jay. Go ahead.
Jay. When she decided she wasn't going to be a housewife no more and she wanted to go back to school, it was problems. It was big problems. You know what I'm saying?
So that was kind of what you were talking about then.
Yeah, exactly. But those were the only moments. Like she went from being a housewife to trying to go back to school, trying to get her own career, because she had put her career on back burner to be the accountant for his business, right? So she wanted to do something for herself, like it became an issue. You know what I'm saying? So like that was one of the first times that you saw an issue.
An issue.
Right. He was like,
was that me?
Issue. Yeah, that
was, you said an issue.
That was the issue. And then you went away. But I mean, like I said, I believe there were stuff that was relatable in sitcoms back in the day. And that's what I said. Outside of my own family, and to as to what John was saying earlier, and not wanting what I saw, what my parents went through, I was like, yo, I want to be like the Cosbys. I want to be like Cliff Huxtable was as a dad. I want to marry a wife that's, not occupational wise, but from what I saw how they interacted as a couple, how they interacted as a family, how they disciplined their kids. Now, was I probably that guy? Probably not. But that was one of the things that when I, growing up, that was what I saw that I wanted to be. In comparison to what you said, Mike, a lot of our kids now have seen our shows plus their shows, but they're still choosing to follow ignorance on social media, which says I need somebody to cut my steak. I can't go to Applebee's. I gotta, you need to pay, you need to do X, Y, and Z in order to make me happy as a woman. It's coming. It's coming from social media because even like you said, even today's shows, they don't depict that same type of ignorance on today's shows. And I know a lot of kids don't even watch TV. They do YouTube or social or something on social media.
So they only catching clips of real life, of real television shows.
Yes, facts. Yes, that is true.
They catching them out of context too.
And my daughter, she's a little younger now, so she'd be more, towards John's kids' generation versus my boys. My boys never really watch sitcoms and stuff. My daughter, she watches everything and watches them over and over. And I mean, like she'll watch Family. What was that show?
That jump on Netflix? Oh no, Family.
No.
Talking about
Full House.
Full House.
Yeah, Full House.
Yeah,
She will watch that from beginning to end, then watch the new one, go back, start it over. I mean, so she watches stuff over and over again. She watches The Cosby Show with me and Fresh Prince with me all the time.
You know what I love?
Shows.
You know what I love? So my son is 10, right? I know your daughter's 11, right? So my 12. Son 12. Okay. He'll be 11 this year. But anyway, so my son loves the show Family Reunion on Netflix.
Yeah, I like that too. I like that too.
I've seen it
with Madeir. That's a good show. Yeah. It's a good show.
It's a good show. It's a good show.
With Ice Spice and I don't know.
Wait, Ice Spice? Ice Spice?
The little light-skinned girl. she reminds me of Ice Spice. Or Ice Spice reminds me of her.
That's hilarious.
But that joint's a good show though. I don't think it got a lot of hype or a lot of attention.
But he don't watch all the episodes on that jump.
Right. Yeah, mine has too a couple of times.
So another thing I seen it online today, right quick before we end, was did somebody ask this question on Facebook? Do men actually realize they aren't subtle, and you can hear them when they are discussing how much they're admiring your physique with their homeboy when you walk past, or they really don't give a somehow hoping that you'll hear them here?
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna jump in there quick on this one. I think we are not trying to be subtle. We want women want to be seen, whether they want to admit it or not. And so, yes, we are seeing them. Plain and simple.
Know that
I agree. I've done both. I definitely have tried not for them to hear me, but I have definitely tried to make sure that they heard me. I've done both. I think
the only time we really don't want you to hear us is when we know what we about to say. When we know what we about to say is wrong, like, damn, she got a fat ass. Like there are times we really don't want you to hear that because we know it sounds wrong. It's gonna come off wrong, but it's the first thing that came to our head. And then there are other times where, depending on what you're wearing, we already have an idea of who you are to us anyway. To Mike's point earlier, he ain't trying to get to know you. He really does want you to know you got a fat ass, and he's hoping you will turn around and allow him to enjoy that fat ass.
Smack that ass. Yeah.
So there are times where, yes, we want you to hear us because if we want you to hear us, 9 times out of 10, we ain't thinking highly of you. We just thinking of what we can get from you. Usually when we don't want you to hear us,
true.
You said that's not true?
That's not true.
I don't want nothing from them. I don't want nothing from them personally.
Right. No. I appreciate women. I appreciate curvature. You know, I appreciate it's like art. You know, I've always said this. I've said this since I was in my 20s. I could see a woman in the same light, a black woman actually, in the same light that I see a car. Like just the curvature, the frame.
I got a question for you after you finish.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. So when I express that, I may be trying to do different things, but I am expressing interest, whether it be interest for smashing, whether it be interest for, I think you might be something I'd like to get to know, or whether it be interest in I just want you to know you look good. You know, so I've done all that.
I know we only got a couple minutes left, but Mike, let me ask you this question right quick.
Yeah.
So earlier you made the comment, you made the statement, you know, I'm trying to see if I can smash on the first date. I ain't even trying to see if I can buy you a steak or whatever, or something to that degree, right?
Something like, yeah, similar to that.
So how can you tell the difference?
On the first date, I'm not thinking about that.
So how do you tell the difference between yourself to say, all right, this chick is the chick I'm trying to smash versus this chick I may be trying to wife? Now I know you're already married, so even
conversation.
And but if you said the first, so when is the conversation coming if you're trying to smash?
Hold on. So are you saying that you have never tried to talk to a girl that you were trying to smash?
Yeah, but not if my main objective is to try to smash.
See, that's what I said. I tried to clear it up.
Different though. My conversation.
That's why I said I tried to clear it up. So my motivation was, when I was younger, my motivation was to smash. Yes, that I just, that's how I was. I was a predator. My motivation was to smash, but my motivation was not to smash and dash.
Okay,
that's what I was trying to say earlier. That on that first date, I'm still just trying to smash. I still got to get to know you to know if I'm going to stay.
And the reason, I mean, maybe it's just me, because so if I look at a certain type of woman and I'm like, damn, that's all I want from her, my conversation and my approach and my look is completely different than it is somebody who I say, oh, damn, she's pretty or she's attractive. I'm not looking at her in a sexual way. I'm actually looking at her in a way that I'd rather get to know this chick versus looking at this chick and going, all I want to do is get to know
Let me say this. This is a disclaimer, and probably should have said in the beginning of the damn show. I'm always looking to smash, but that is not all I'm looking for. Okay. I have never, I won't say I've never, but out of multitudes of women from 15 years old to 30 years old when I got married, there were probably 10, less than that I only wanted to smash. That I had no perception of that girl for anything. Like, I've never gone after.
Name names. You want to know?
I've never gone after a girl that I thought was a freak that I could just smash for the hell of it. That wasn't me. I like the challenge. I like to get to know a woman. I actually like the game, and I was good at it, but I actually like the game of a girl saying she wouldn't and trying to get her to do it.
You're such a predator.
So, yeah, I love sex, but that's not, I didn't like girls. I did not like girls who that was all that it was for.
Okay. I was just curious because the way it came off, I was like, wait. So I mean, maybe it's just me, but I'm like, I look at certain women one way and look at another type of woman another way. I may eventually get to the smashing part with this chick, but this chick over here, that's all that's on my mind. This chick over here, I'm like, damn, she's pretty. She's attractive or something. She said something or did something that caught my attention.
I don't care if she was a law clerk at the Superior Court. I'm still trying to smash. But I may be trying to go further with that as well.
If that's all you're trying to do, then you're gonna have to cut her meat.
That sounded funny as hell.
You have to do what?
Right. Cut her steak.
At least he said cut her meat.
steak.
He didn't say cut his meat. He said cut her meat. At least he said cut her meat.
Damn.
But like little Susie that's putting it out there on the corner for everybody, I bypassed her. Because that wasn't a challenge to me. I like the challenge. I like the game. So that's me. That's how I was for a good 20 years or so before I got married.
Okay. Cool. I was just curious. So Donnell, did you see the question? Do men realize? I know you stepped away for a second. But what's your thoughts?
Do they want us to hear them or not? Do you realize that they hear you when you talking about them? Or used to?
Donnell's enjoying his cookie.
I know.
So what?
He contemplating a serious answer, boy.
Right.
He getting ready to come up with ladies.
Right. You realize like 3 minutes left.
Do you realize?
I'm saying so. What are your thoughts? I thought you read it. You don't looking at it's on the screen. My bad. Do you actually realize that men? Do men actually realize they aren't subtle, and you can hear them as they are discussing how much they are admiring your physique with their homeboy when you walk past, or they don't really give a fuck and somehow hoping that you'll hear. My bad. I thought you was looking at the screen.
I was, and I was like, so what?
Because he was just eating. You was eating your cookie, and I was okay. So what?
So you have no comment on it. You have no perception of whether or not a woman hears you when you are admiring her physique with the guys.
Hey man, let me tell you like this: some women will be offended. Some women will be like, "Oh, he checking me out." You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't win them all. I just think that if you get a reaction to your comment, then it's almost like a door, an open invitation to go further. That's just me.
Say it again. What's the open invitation?
If you get a response.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, sometimes we want you to hear because we want to get a response. Exactly. Other times we really don't want you to hear because we don't want you to hear. It just depends.
Well, I put it to you like this.
I will throw out any type of bait I think will reel you in.
Do you think they really don't want us to say anything?
The ones that will react in a negative way, those be the same ones you need to run away from. Far away from.
That's why I said some don't like that attention, but I think that there are far more that do, that like that attention. Even if they scoff at it, they kind of like that attention.
And I hate to say this, and I'm probably gonna get so much flack to say this, but I know certain women, they say they don't dress a certain way to get attention, but some of them dress certain ways to get attention. And I'm not saying you do anything, but some of them do dress certain ways to get attention, to get a reaction.
No, we're not blaming you for whatever happens.
No, we not. No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I said. I don't know how to say this without saying it because I know that's somebody's gonna say. So you blame me?
Invite
what I wear?
No,
we're not blaming you.
A man should never do that, but at the same time, you shouldn't be out there just. I don't know. It's hard. Because I do feel like, and we had time, but. I am a big proponent, and I always argue people down when they're talking trash about these celebrities that come out wearing, this and that. I'm a big proponent of that woman should be able to wear whatever she wants and not
wear what you want.
Get a guy groping her and not get a guy trying to grab her.
Right.
Or what was Players Club when the dude was like putting the money on the floor in front of Diamond when they was in line at the college? You know, I mean, I don't care how you dress. No woman deserves that.
Yeah, I mean, I think they should. I think they can wear what they want. They can look how they want. That's their prerogative. But, and it's a big but. You can't be mad if somebody gonna notice. You know what I'm saying?
People
yes,
are,
exactly.
People have
eyes. You have to expect
everybody has eyes, and everybody has an opinion. So if I got an opinion, whether my opinion means a hill of beans to you or not, I got an opinion. And if my opinion is, damn, you look thick, damn, you look fat, damn, I because of the way you are currently dressing, that's my opinion. That's my visual observation. Ain't nothing you can do about it. You got the same observation. One more? You like?
Can I bring up one more?
Go ahead.
Okay. Me and Donnell had this conversation a couple years ago, I think, about how we would treat, or he asked me how I would treat, because of what I said. He asked me how I would approach my daughter if she was an adult, a young adult, and decided to dress like that. And, you know, I think the end of it was that I would have to let her know that, yeah, you know, it's fine dressed like that because guys shouldn't come at you any type of way. But you're going to have to expect that they will. If you're going to wear that, if you're going to dress like that, you have to expect that some guys are going to be assholes around you. So
unfortunately, that is life.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I mean, and you ain't got to dress provocative.
But wait, it's not even just men. Not even just men, though.
Yeah.
Realize that there are going to be some women who going to have some stuff to say about you as well.
That's what I said. You ain't got to dress provocative. I ain't going to have something to say about what you wear no matter what. They can be like, oh, what are those? You know, just because they don't like it. Or they can be like, oh, it's hot outside. You wearing that big ass trench coat and it's hot outside. Well, you know, somebody gonna have something to say no matter what you wear, how you wear it, you know, no matter who you are, celebrity or not. So it is what it is.
But women, please wear whatever you want. I like to see button-up suits and I like to see bunny outfits.
Sundress.
I like it all. I like it all.
It's almost sundress season. Y'all make sure y'all get some sundresses in stock. Please and thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, fellas.
There's certain outfits I don't like to see.
Donnell don't like to see nobody with their feet hanging over their shoes like this.
Black doesn't like to see sundresses with bonnets.
No, man, you know what? Yeah, never mind. Mike about to get this. Yo, we out. Our hour's over with. Because Mike about to get me in trouble. Let's walk to the airport, and it's a certain type of woman that you see in sundresses and bonnets, Mike, and it is not a pretty sight. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. Anyway,
Mike Epps said them bodysuit girls be looking like wrestlers.
Yo, same place, same time next week, y'all. We out.